Happy Saturday, everybody. I have an order to do, so I figured I would bring you along. This is called the Braided Twist. Now you can do placemats and runners with it. Table toppers. I got this off of Amazon. And it comes with the booklet, and it also comes with your template. You also need fusible fleece interfacing, which I also got off of Amazon. This is iron-on fleece. This stuff is great. I love it. And you're going to need a light color, a dark color of material. Let me get mine. So here's my dark, here's my light. And then you also need a backing, which I'm just gonna use solid blue. Now this will give you all the instructions you need. You also need to mark, because you're going to clip these in different spots for the twist. So you have to mark your scissors at 1/4 inch. No more, no less. This pattern you have to be exact because of the twist. So I am making just the placemat, which is 2 colors. So I have my material, some of my material. I have to make a few of these, so I got some of it done. You need your first pieces of dark and light. It's going to tell you how many you need. And it's 14.5 by 8. And I mean 14.5 by 8. No smaller, no bigger. Let's get cutting. And at least I can show you first that part. And I'm going to try to see if I can get you guys right in here at the cutting board a little lower. You're going to need a big ruler, your rotary cutter. Okay, and I'll do just a couple pieces, and then I'll get it all cut out and show you how to start sewing or cutting these. Okay, so you need 2 of your blue, of your dark color, and it's got to be 14.5 by 8. I made so many of these, my poor mat, the line on it is just about gone. Okay, so you're going to need 2 dark. And then 1 8 by 8 dark. And I'm going to iron my crease real quick. And then get an 8 by 8 dark. 2 of these. Okay, let me cut my lights and the rest of these, and then I'll be back. Now it's going to tell you you need 2 A's. So on your template, you're going to see an A. And you got to line this up. And it's going to give you a half moon. And take your rotary cutter. And if you have a new blade, I suggest you put it in. Okay, you're going to go all around. And you will have some scraps. Then fold it in half. So right sides are together. And get your scissors. And right where you marked it, clip it. So we need 2 of these. Let me get this one cut. There's a lot of cutting, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Right sides together, clip. Okay, then we need the 8x8s. A. And this is going to be like a half. You're going to go from this A to this A. And you get that down even. And cut around. And you'll see lines for this. So there's one piece. The exact same thing. You can clip it. Okay, let me get this one done. I'm going to try to make this as short as I can. So line up your A's. Okay. And this is not going to be an exact half circle, just so you know that you didn't cut wrong. Okay. Then get your light color. And we need 2 B's. So you look on this, B and B. So it's going to come around this way. And line this up at B. I'll do it this way. So you have a B and then line it up. And you're going to cut out this half moon. Then turn this down and clip right in the middle. Okay, we have one more to go. All right. So just line up your B. And I always cut my backings after I get this done. Okay. Like I said, you're going to have some scrap. Flip it in half. Okay. Now we're going to go to the sewing machine. And we're going to pin these. Okay, so what you're going to grab is one of your B's, which is the small piece, and one of the other B's. I guess this is A. Okay, match your clips where you clipped it. And pin. Now this is just like doing a neck. You have to make it work. So I go and I clip my ends, or I mean I pin my ends as straight as I can get them. And then I come and do this one. Straight. Okay, and then come back and start working this around the corner. And get it to lay flat. And then come around to the other end and do the same thing. Then you're going to sew this 1/4 of an inch seam. Be sure you don't have any little kinkies in there. Okay, so you have something like this. Okay, then come to the sewing machine. And just be sure the material underneath here is not kinking. Because if it is, then it won't work right. Get that in there. Needle down. And just keep putting your hand under there. You might have to come back and kind of pull this so it's even. Come on the inside of that material. Keep sewing around. Kink. Okay. Going around. Okay, then inspect it to be sure that you didn't get any kinks along the way, and go to your iron. Iron this good. Now go back to the cutting board. And upside down, have your material upside down. You're gonna lay this on here, and you'll see where it says place on curved stitches. So you have to try to get this the best you can on the curve where your stitches are. If you play with it a little, you can get pretty close. Okay, get your rotary cutter, and you're gonna cut around this piece. So you'll have a piece now like this. Where did I put those other pieces? Where's that down? Okay. I thought I cut these out before. I guess I didn't. Okay. With the material, wrong side up. You're going to cut another half circle. And do the same thing and clip it right in the middle. Like that. Then you're going to put these on top of each other. And get your pins. So right sides together. Here's your clip. Okay, here's your middle seam. You're going to pin this right at the clip and on your dark side, just like this. Be sure it's all even. Okay, let me get my pins. Okay, go back to the sewing machine. Now this is where you need to be really, really careful. You want to stop at this clip. So what I usually do, I can't find one of my marking pins. Oh, here's one. What I do is I mark that clip. And I know to stop there. Don't go one stitch before it or one stitch after it. You have to be exact. So just sew this up, 1/4 inch. And when you get near the clip, go slow. and get right on that clip. All right, and then back stitch. Okay. And this is what you're gonna have. So you can iron your seam if you want. Let me get the other one done and my back's cut. And then we'll go on to the next step. But I just wanted to show you the first beginning of this. So this is what you'll have. Okay? And I'll get everything else ready and I'll return. Okay, so for your backing, you're gonna cut 8 by 14 and a half. The same as you did for your front. And you need 4 backings. One. And I'll get the rest of these done. I just want to show you. And then get your template and you're going to make your half moon again. Okay. And make your clip right here. All my scissors are marked for this. Okay. So you're going to need 2 pieces for 1 circle. Just go around again and clip. Okay, from clip to clip, put them together. Get your clips even. Okay. And pin one side. So right at the clip, pin. And get your marker. And mark where that clip is. So you're gonna need 2 of these. So just start a little before it so you can back stitch. You want to back stitch a lot with these. Take them all the way down. Slow down when you're getting to your mark. And back stitch. And then open up your seam. So I got to make another one, so I'll be right back. Okay, once you have your backs done, you're going to put right sides together. And get your pins. Get my light over here. Maybe that'd be better. Okay. Now, match your seams up first. So that middle seam. Then come down and match these. I've read where a lot of people have problems in like their materials like this. But if you match your 3 points up first, you shouldn't have a problem. Okay, then work around your circle, pinning, getting everything nice, flat, and even. So once you get this done, you're gonna sew all the way around. Don't forget to back stitch here and back stitch there. So you gotta get these even. Okay, let me get mine pinned up, and I'll meet you at the sewing machine. Okay, we're at the sewing machine. So you're gonna start here and go all the way around. Don't forget to back stitch. So just go up a couple, come back down, and then start. And get this as even as you can. And I'll be back. Okay, here's my first circle. Okay, let me get the next one done, and then we're gonna be cutting the fleece. Okay, to cut your fleece, you need 14 inches by 7. Okay, then you're gonna fold it in half. Get it the best you can. And we're gonna need 4 pieces of this. So you will see right here where it says fleece, comes down fleece. So there's your square. So with the fold side up, get this even with the fleece mark the best you can. Take your rotary cutter and cut that half moon. So now you have the half moon. This I don't save. There's not much you can do with that. Now, when you get some pieces of this, what you can do is put this together in zigzag, because you can actually get another one out of this, because this is 10 inches and you need 7. So you can go to your sewing machine, zigzag, you know, just a couple times to keep this together, and then measure it and cut it. So I guess I can show you this because I can use this piece. So just go to your zigzag, and I'm just gonna make it a little bit wider, a little bit longer. Okay, get them even. And kind of push them together, not on top of each other, but push them together. And zigzag. I usually go twice, but that's real good. I hit it all. Okay, don't forget to put your machine back to straight stitch. Okay, then you can come back over here. You already got your 14, so now you need your 7. Okay, 7. Okay, keep that piece. Then fold your top. Okay, find your fleece marks. Okay, and cut your circle. Or half circle. So there you go. Now, come back to these. All right. Be sure these are ironed. I'm going to put more water in my iron. Okay, take a piece of your fleece. You can do it on the, I always do it on the back. So you're gonna fit this in, but you gotta be sure that you lift this seam up, and you want to be sure that is pushed in there really good. And then bring this down. You don't want it touching, going over the line, but if you can get it just about touching the line. And sometimes I just kind of pull. And I be sure that this is all the way in that seam, so it doesn't leave like a little indent. So just be sure that's all good. And then when you're satisfied, you're gonna iron your fleece on. All right, so that looks pretty good. Okay, so iron your fleece on. Be sure that's right down there. Okay, and I feel the back just to be sure. Okay, and start pressing your fleece on. And I don't move my iron that much on these because it can move the material. So I just kind of go, for the first time at least, I just kind of hold it on there. Okay, go to the next side. Be sure that's straight, ironed. Okay. Take your second piece and fit it in there, right up to that seam. Okay. And feel your back. And then line this up the best you can, but not on the seam. Sometimes you gotta play with it. And sometimes you go over. It's just that's just how it is sometimes. Okay, be sure that is under. Okay, that's good. I like that. And start pressing. And you're gonna do this to your next piece also. Okay, once you get this done, you're gonna turn it right side. You gotta let this kind of cool a little because it's hot. Then I usually turn it over. And I iron this side. Get my seams down. And then I go back over. Now I'll move the iron over my fleece. So let that set up for a minute while you do your other one. And then after you get this one done, you can turn this one. So let me get my other one done. Okay, then you're gonna turn this. So put your hand in and grab this top. And you might get a little of your interfacing that's gonna pop up, but you're gonna get it down. So just pull this through. And then kind of put your hand in there and push out your ends. So get them pushed out really well. Okay. Then you're going to come back with your iron and you're going to kind of do the roll, which I showed you before with your seams. Okay, and you're gonna roll this and press it. So when you got it where you want it, press it down. Okay, so just keep rolling. Oh, it's almost supper time, I think, for the puppy. Okay, keep doing that. And do that to both of them. And we're almost finished. We're getting there. A few more minutes of video. Okay, so let me get mine done. And then I'll be right back. So just keep rolling it and pressing. Roll and press. Then you're going to come back. And where your clip is, you want to iron out that fabric. You want that flat. And just kind of... Then go to the next side and right at that clip, get that nice and straight and flat. Okay. And that is pretty good. That's pretty even. So when you get done with that one, then I'll go feed my bird. You're gonna come back, open this up like this, and you're gonna edge stitch right here. And edge stitching is just close to the edge. And just be sure that that piece of material is flat. And I'm just pulling my material that's kind of slipping over there. Okay, and then back stitch. And just kind of do that edge stitch like an 1/8 on both the sides. And cut off your pieces of thread here. Then do the other side and be sure that's flat. And do a back stitch. Do the edge stitch. And then clip off your threads. Then go back to the iron and just press this one more time. I steam it. Okay, let me get my other one done. And then we will be putting these together. Okay, I got one side sewn. So you're just going to sew it right to the corner to the next corner. Be sure that these are matching up and that you got a nice straight line. So then you come back. I might take the pin out of that one. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing. This one's on top. So I'm going to go right to that corner. And I'm going to pin it this way first. So I can be sure that I'm getting it even. Okay, so go in there. And then this one has to hit this bottom piece. And then pin the middle. Okay, and then I always check before I sew this one. I've sewn it wrong a couple times. But this is going to twist. Oh, I better put it this way. Oops. Okay, let me put it, my pins this way. Because it's easier to check before you sew. Because if you've messed up, then you got to take it apart. Well, that might have to be on the top. All right, hold on. Because one piece is on the bottom and one piece is on the top. And I just want to be sure that I get this right. So then once, okay, right there. So it'll be twisted. Okay. So you want this piece on the top. Okay. So let me get this even right here. And pin it. it's always easier to pin it and check before you sew it. I've pulled out a couple before. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then what you're going to do after you have that, for sewing purposes, turn this around and move this piece out of the way. That way you can get to the sewing machine and sew your seams. Okay, so let me do that. And just take your time. Sometimes it's hard to get started. Okay. Back stitch. Come back up. And you kind of have to move this around with you. Take your pins out. Turn it back around. Okay. And twist. Oop. It was like this. Sewing. Turn it. Twist it. Okay. Then come back. Be sure that all your corners, I need to grab a little over here. So let me get that. I just didn't get it down all the way. Hold on. Okay, I got that. It was just a little buckle. And I didn't like the way that it looked. Okay. So what you're going to do is you got 2 seams here. So just kind of iron them down. Oh, my iron went off. No, it didn't. Okay. Kind of bring those seams together so this will lay flat. Get my iron hot again. There we go. So go down your seams. And sometimes you have to clip the ends right here because it'll make it bulky. Now this side is good. All right, I just want to be sure that this is pushed that way. Okay. So iron that down. Now either get some heat bond tape or the web tape, because you're gonna bond these down. So on some of these, I like to use the heat bond. I was using the webbing, but it just didn't seem strong enough. Okay, so let me see. So you're gonna make a strip. Find where this is going. So right in here. So you want to put it in here. Okay, and then just check it. You might have to bring it up a little. Just rip out that little piece. Okay, throw that out. So heat bond this. Be sure that's down good. Okay, then come over to your other side. See, and I'm gonna clip a little of this corner because it's kind of making a little bump in there. They don't have that in the book, but it seems like I've had to do that a couple times to get these to lay flat. Okay. Then get another piece and you're going to put it down this way. So I kind of just measure on top. Get it down. Push that over just a little. That's good. And press for like 20 seconds. Then you're going to turn this over, and there's a couple spots that you can do. Take very well right there. Okay. Then turn it over. Your bottom's good. Okay, and then there's a piece here and a piece here. Well, that was supposed to be bonded, but it didn't bond very well. Maybe I'll use the other stuff. All right. Get a little piece, and you're gonna tuck it in there. Get my iron hot again. Steam that again. Okay. Press this down. Just get in there. The other stuff. My heat bond's not working very well tonight. Okay. So I'm just going to go back with my web tape here. And there's like a little few spots that you can put that in. And bond that down. In a spot right here, you're going to want to bond. I think I need water in my iron. Get another little piece. Okay, bond that down. And I'll just check my back. Oh, thread right there. turn it over. That stayed down pretty good. Okay, I'm going to put some right here. Okay. And then you want to wash these in gentle. And that is the braided twist. So if I can help anybody with this pattern, please just leave a comment or something. I'll try to help you. There, that's down. That's down. So just iron it. Make sure your ends, everything's closed. And then you have the braided twist. Okay, so that's the video tonight. I still have, I still have a few to make tonight for those. I think tomorrow, I think I'm gonna start that shirt. Let me see if I can find it. No, this mess. Oh, I don't know where it is. Oh, right here. Okay. So tomorrow I'm gonna try this one. And that's number 65, 55 in New Look. And I think I might make the short sleeve one this time. I got enough long sleeves now. But anyways, if I can help anybody with this pattern, just like I said, leave a comment. This is what it looks like. If you want to make a runner, you just have to make more half moons and it'll show you how to put it on. But the trick is to really check before you turn and sew, because I've done it the opposite way a couple times and it's not fun to pull out. So you all have a good weekend. Thanks for spending your time with me, and I hope this helps somebody, and I will talk to you tomorrow. You have a good night.